All right, next we're going to take a look here at breaststroke, and we're going to now flip over to going on our stomach. And we're going to do this with the addition of a snorkel. Thing that we really like with using the snorkel here will be that it'll just help kind of keep the body in line. Everything here is just going to be really still as we get a good push off. Arms are going to be at the side, and just this is going to just allow the swimmer to focus on setting up the kick. So now what we want to see is that the heels are going to be coming up. We're going to want to start to look for height in those heels, so that way we can get those up to as high up to the hip as we can. Specifically, we'll have a drill for that aspect a little bit later, but here we're doing pretty good. We have those heels up high. Then the emphasis is going to be on the toes to turn out. And then as we're coming around, we can kind of see here that it's not just a straight pushback with the legs, but there's going to be a little bit of a downward kick element. And then the feet will here kind of float up a little bit. And in our last video, we talked about just making sure that those toes are pointing. And then what we should see is just a good boost forward with the kick. So again, everything comes up, feet turn out. We're going to want to kick at an angle going down, and then curl those toes to allow those feet to get up to the surface. And when we do that, everybody should notice that we have this nice forward glide. Now what we're going to do is transition to going underwater, and what we want to be able to get is just good view. Here, again, heels are coming up. We want to get that height. Remember here that what we want to see is turning these feet outward. And then when we do that, what we're going to notice here then is we are grabbing just like we did on our back, the foot feel of the water here on the inside of the foot and on the inside of the calf. Then again, what we're going to do is kick at an angle going downward, and then here we can kind of see the legs being in a low position. And we talked about here squeezing the feet together. When we do that, that does two things. It's going to allow the feet to get up to the surface, and also just to be able to get a little more extra emphasis on finishing the kick. Take a look now at our return view of this drill. We're not going to see anything too different. Again, the snorkel just helps really kind of keep the body in line without having to lift up the head and have the swimmers focus on too many things. So if you think you've mastered this, then check out the next progression part of this drill. So just again, another thing that we want to watch here, and our swimmer can do a little better job of here, is going to be the spacing here of the knees. This will be really important. Here we can kind of see there's just a little more width than we would like to see. When we're doing our breaststroke kick, we again want to just kind of focus on keeping the knees along that hip line as much as possible. We could live with it being outside a little bit. We just want to make sure that we keep that kick nice and narrow, so that way when the kick finishes, the legs and the arms will work together so that we get a nice forward surge. Next here, what we're going to do is then just take a look from an underwater view. So here we can kind of see these knees flaring out a little bit. So what we're going to want to do, just again, is emphasize with our athlete, is to bring those knees in a little bit closer to where those yellow lines are, where that'll be the hip line. Having the legs and the arms work together again will just really help that body travel nice and forward. And remember, the ability level of our athletes is going to vary, or your ability levels can potentially vary as well. So the important thing here to remember is to keep working. It's a process with what you're doing, and be able to master some of these items. So hopefully if you found this video helpful, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, as we have other videos dropping all the time.